One of the most frustrating and kind of scary things that can happen when it comes to manifesting is losing your trust or your faith in the process itself, especially if you're in the momentum of attempting to align yourself with what you want and not seeing results in your 3D reality. But in today's video, I want to offer a different perspective on how to regain and keep your faith and trust in the manifestation process and in your ability to manifest. Now, when I look back at my own personal manifestation journey, although I'd like to say that I've always had unshakable trust in the manifesting process since I first discovered law of attraction, that would be a lie. When I first came across this idea of manifesting, the information resonated with me, but I didn't necessarily have trust or faith or even a sense of security that what I was doing was actually going to work. And looking back, I now see that the reason why I feel so confident in my ability to manifest is because of the amount of experience that I have with manifesting, with consciously selecting the realities that I want to experience and getting physical results over and over again. So that's the first thing I want to point out when it comes to establishing faith and trust in the manifesting process and in your ability to manifest. One of the key things that's going to give you the confidence in your ability to manifest is having experienced manifesting, because this experience, or proof, we could say, for your linear mind to hold on to as like a security blanket, is the thing that you'll be able to lean on when you're going for bigger and better things or things that seem outside of your current belief structure. Like I said, experience is the single thing that has given me a lot of confidence to say what I say and believe so strongly in the manifestation process. But here's another thing. When I look back at my manifestation journey, I realized that the advice out there on how to build trust or faith in the manifestation process was not actually the thing that led to my experience in manifestation. Let me explain what I mean by that. Now, traditional advice out there tells you that in order to gain experience in manifestation, you should start manifesting small things so that you can build that momentum of consistent manifestations over and over again for the experience, for your linear mind to lean on and go back to. But when I look back at my own personal manifestation journey, I realized that was actually not what gave me the experience or made me successful in manifestation. When I would do this, like, let me manifest something small, like a parking spot, just so I can prove to myself that manifesting works and that I can actually manifest and I'm good at manifesting and whatever. What I would accidentally do was put too much pressure on the small thing that I was trying to manifest, because I needed this manifestation to work in order to prove to myself that I could manifest, or that manifestation worked and that I was creator of my reality. But what this would do was accidentally, like I said, not only put too much pressure on the situation, but I would accidentally and unknowingly actually create a very strong and unhealthy attachment to the small thing that I was trying to manifest, making this small thing a big thing to manifest. And then what would end up happening was I would end up not manifesting it, or at least not as consistently as I would have liked. So the advice of manifesting small things in order to build my trust and faith in the process and my ability to manifest ended up backfiring, because I realized I was missing this one particular mindset shift when it came to gaining experience in the manifestation process. So my recommendation is this: shift your mindset from manifesting small things to gain experience in manifesting to instead the mindset of I'm experimenting with manifesting, and then experiment with the small things or the things that seem more believable or within your scope of manifesting. Now, what this mindset shift of I'm experimenting with manifesting has is this built-in level of detachment. So instead of just trying to manifest something small in order to prove to yourself something or to build trust or faith, what the perspective of experimenting with manifesting has is, like I said, this built-in level of detachment. Because when you're experimenting with something, you don't really have attachments to the outcome because it's an experiment. You're going to do X, Y, and Z and observe the outcome rather than trying to control the outcome or need the outcome to be a certain way in order for you to conclude that manifesting works or that you're good at manifesting. It's a very slight mindset shift, but so powerful. I even use it to this day, even though I don't have distrust in the manifestation process. Sometimes when I'm going for bigger things or things that seem more outside my belief structure, I'll remind myself, let me just experiment with this and see where it takes me. So when people say start small so that you can build trust and faith in the universe, that's totally fine. But if you're accidentally creating an attachment to these small manifestations because you need it in order to build trust with the universe or yourself or your ability to manifest, shift your perspective to the experimental mindset. You're not only practicing your manifesting, you're experimenting with manifesting. And what this will allow you to do is practice different ways of focusing on having your end result or living in the end or selecting the reality you prefer, whether that's scripting, visualizing, affirmations, whatever, will give you that built-in level of detachment so that it'll help you let go of any attachment you may have to the outcome that you need this manifestation in order to build trust with yourself, with your ability to manifest, or the universe, the manifestation process, what have you. It's a tiny mindset shift, but very powerful. And an interesting thing will also happen when you take this perspective shift and then start practicing on the small things. You'll notice that these small things are actually not that small, or they don't seem that small when they actually manifest. So for example, I have this game that I play every single time I go shopping. It's similar to manifesting parking spaces, but a little bit different. So what I do is when I park my car, I'll find a spot where there's a car in front of me. So I pull into the lot with a car in front of me. And the game that I play is manifesting the car in front of my parked car in the parking space to be gone by the time I need to leave my parking space so that I don't need to back out. Rather, I can just pull through. I play this game every single time I go shopping, and I always do it from an experimental point of view, even though my success rate is like 99.9% always successful at this point. And I credit it to my experimental mindset shift. And it's at this point where it's almost natural for me to expect the car to be gone by the time I need to leave the store. But it's very interesting because even though this is a small manifestation and I only use it to practice my manifesting skills and my ability to focus and detach, the unfolding of each event is never the same. In fact, I've been in situations where I'm walking back to my car and the parking lot is just flooded with people and cars searching for parking spots. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't expect the car in front of me to be gone, because if the car in front of me did leave, there's probably already a car back in that parking spot, meaning that I will have to back out of the parking spot and then drive away. But even in those situations, what will end up happening is I'll get back to my car and either the person is already in their car by the time I get in my car, or they're just arriving to their car, and just as I am about to leave, they back out and then I can pull through. So in a way, holding the parking space for me until I'm ready to leave, rather than leaving early and having that parking space taken by someone else. My whole point in sharing all of this is that even though this is a very small manifestation, like I don't need the person in front of me to move, and I don't need to necessarily drive forward in order to get out of the parking space. I know how to back up a car. The point I'm making here is that even though I have a very high success rate with this particular manifestation, and I feel very confident in that manifestation, and it's not even that big of a manifestation, to me, that small manifestation is kind of considered a big manifestation to me, because it never gets old when it happens. And also, it continues to build that level of trust and faith within my system to hold on to and to go back to when I am aligning with a slightly bigger manifestation. Try this out. If you're struggling to even manifest small things because you're putting too much pressure on the outcome in order to prove to yourself that manifestation works or that you can manifest, shift your perspective to experimenting with focusing techniques or reality selection techniques or living from the end techniques, whatever you want to call it. But I hope this video helped. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. But that's all for now. Until next time, keep creating, everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.